Jeffrey, and former funny man Ryan Style. And I'm Drew Carey, your host. Come on now, let's have some fun. Hey, welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, the show where everything's made up and the points don't matter. If you never saw the show before, what happens is we have suggestions here that nobody's seen before. Also, we're going to take suggestions from the audience. And these guys here have to come out and make up something funny based on all those suggestions. And then I give some points, which don't matter much. And at the end of the show, we pick a winner, and the winner gets to do something special with me. And I do mean at the end of the show. We're going to start with a game called Weird Newscasters. This is for all four of you. This game, Brad, you're going to be the anchorman of a news show. Colin, Wayne, and Ryan are his co-people on the show, but each one of you is going to do a really odd thing. I'm going to tell you what they are. Brad, your co-anchor is Colin. Colin, you're going to be too emotionally attached to the stories. Wayne, you're the sportscaster. You're going to play Don King. And Ryan, you're the weatherman. You're an astronaut walking in space, and things start going wrong. So whenever you hear the music, go ahead and start.
Hello and welcome to the 6 o'clock news. I'm Chester Snapdragon McFisticuff. Our top story from the Middle East. Benjamin Netanyahu today changed his name to Benjamin Netanyahu! And on a different note, terrible bus accident today. Blanched?
Today there was an accident. A busload of penguins. Penguins! They don't do any harm to anyone! And they only have sex once a year! Oh, the inhumanity!
What's that?
Get a grip, all right? Okay. Let's look at the sports. We've got a busy day in sports, don't we, Sparky?
Poof! Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Everybody's fighting. From the football players fighting about money to old ladies fighting about fighting. Let me tell you, I can represent you. $50 million, my pocket, $2 million for you. Come on now.
Well, that's all the news from the man who would be king. And now let's find out what's going on in the weather, shall we? Jiff Jiffyson.
Well, I'm on the studio floor. Both feet are on the studio floor. Well, let's take a look at the weather map. I'm back. Well, as you can see, we've got clouds moving in over the Oregon area, and up in Idaho, thunderstorms. My cord seems to be tangling. I'm having problem getting air. I don't know if I can...
Well, that's all the time we have on the 6 o'clock news. I am Chesterfield Snapdragon McFisticuffs.
Chesterfield Snapdragon Miss Fisticuffs.
Something like that.
That's 1,000 points for you for thinking out that name. Wow. Now we go into a game called Duet. This is for Brad and Wayne. They're going to sing a duet about someone in the audience. They're going to be accompanied by Laura Hall on the piano. How about a hand for Laura Hall? Anybody who'd like a song made up about what's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah, what do you do for a living, Sarah?
I'm a consultant.
A consultant of what?
An IT consultant.
The what?
An IT consultant.
IT consultant, what's that?
I work with computers.
Oh, geez, come here. She works for computers is what you meant to say. She's an IT consultant. Don't tell me. Look, okay, good for you. Sarah, she's, works in IT, which stands for Information Technology. You have something to do with computers, right? Yeah. And you're a consultant. Do you work for yourself or a company?
For a company.
Okay, good for you. Brad Wayne are going to sing a song to you, but they're going to do it in the style of a disco ballad. A disco ballad to Sarah, the information technologist.
Where I see you, you see me. Explain to me what the hell is IT? Oh, girl, since I've been alive, I wanted a woman who can touch my hard drive.
You drive me crazy. I need psychology to understand this informational technology. Oh, Sarah, you're so much sexier than Farrah. You're so much better than
Sarah, oh, can I be with my big old megabytes. Oh, Sarah, oh, yeah. Sarah, I know sometime I might be your loss. Oh, Sarah, why don't you put your left hand and click my mouth? I said, Sarah, oh, Sarah, oh, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. You so much. Hello to Sarah, huh? Well, I know who's getting the points for that. Good old, good-looking Sarah. Thank you, Sarah. Now we come to a game called Sound Effects for Colin and Ryan, of all the people. Colin's going to improvise a scene, but he'll have to respond to sound effects made by Ryan. Colin, your scene is, it's your wedding night on the Titanic.
Swing.
How'd you like that commercial break, huh? Did you have a sandwich? Did you pet your dog? Did you love your kid? Did you tell your wife you were glad to see her, huh? Did you smell the flowers? Did you? Did you? No! You sat there in your fat butt with the remote and didn't move a muscle. You gotta be ashamed of yourself. Next commercial, make sure you kiss your wife. Okay, now we're gonna go on to a game called Props. The performers are gonna divide into two pairs. Brad and Ryan, this is your prop. Come get this. And Colin and Wayne, this is your prop. Ugh. Oh, jeez. Colin and Wayne, this is your prop. It's kind of unwieldy. Brad and Ryan, whenever you're ready to start, go ahead.
I didn't know that's what you meant when you said you had to take a big pee.
I don't think we should have climbed up on the transformer, Gary.
Because the Jell-O tastes so good.
Quick, get in the tank.
Trust me, it takes some of the shock out of being a pirate.
I ran really far. Paragraph. And then I stopped. Paragraph. And then I came back. Paragraph.
Still lactating?
Yeah.
Oh, look, the Clinton tombstone.
Hey, you got an Audi too.
Yep.
I'd give points for that one, but why bother? You know it's useless. By the way, don't forget to stop at your local drugstore, pick up a scorebook. Official Whose Line is Anyway scorebook. You big dope. Now, let's go on to a game called Narrate. Now, in this game, Narrate, Colin and Ryan will act out a film noir scene and narrate for each other to the style of some music we selected for them. What we'd like from the audience is an everyday location where this film noir scene can take place. Pizza place. It's in a pizza place. So you're acting out a film noir scene set at a pizza place. Go ahead.
It was a day like any other, except it wasn't. I was getting a pizza, or so I thought. Excuse me, sir, I'd like a pizza, double pepperoni.
Right, that'll be 30 minutes, or less. I'd seen his face somewhere before. I wasn't sure where. But it wasn't his face that drew my attention first. I wondered why he wasn't wearing pants.
Is there any way you can make it any faster? I'm expecting company.
Well, the dough doesn't rise quite as quick as you do.
He made a crack. There was something about him that just rubbed me the wrong way. I thought I recognized him. Something was nagging in the back of my mind. I just couldn't put my finger on it. Hey, you're a woman, aren't you?
That's right, I am, yeah. Okay, so I wasn't an attractive woman. But I was a woman nonetheless. A woman who knew how to please a man. And put a little extra cheese on here for you.
I like extra cheese.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you like your cheese hot?
Yeah,
Melted?
melted.
Let me put it in the oven for you.
She was playing a game that women and men had played for centuries. Unfortunately, she looked like an open autopsy. Hey, you shouldn't be smoking while you're making my pizza.
You're right, I'm sorry. I felt like saying mind your own business. But there was something about him that drew me to him. Made me want him. Like that pizza in the oven, I wanted him and me. It just occurred to me, we're never going to be able to use that.
Hey. 500 points to Ryan for giving the censor something to think about. Okay, now we're going to want a game called Telethon. Ryan, you're going to be the host of a telethon. Colin, you're going to be the guest on the telethon. And, they're doing the telethon for you. Wayne and Brad will come on as an entire chorus of celebrities doing a We Are the World type anthem with the help of Laura Hall on the piano. What we need is from the audience is a suggestion for a group of people whom you would not normally raise money for. People who suck their thumbs.
Thumbsuckers?
Yeah. Your telethon is to raise money for thumbsuckers.
Hello and welcome back. We're in hour 48 trying to raise money for people who suck their thumbs. You wouldn't think people like that would need the money. I know I didn't at first, but they do. Let's check our tote board and see, okay, someone's taking the tote board. So, we're trying to raise money for a new tote board, and then we're going to raise money for thumbsuckers. But today, we have with us, I'm Mr. Roger Phillips. Roger has been a thumbsucker. Well, why don't I let him tell you? Roger, if you will, come on, please. Roger, can you remove the thumb just for 1 minute to talk to the people at home? Roger, how long have you been sucking your thumb, and when did it first start happening?
It first started happening in the womb. Almost 59 years ago.
When you say the womb, you mean your mother's stomach?
Yeah. It's horrible,
Roger, no! And to help us raise the money, we are very, very happy to have with us tonight, straight from their engagement in Laguna Beach, a cavalcade of stars here to raise money for thumbsuckers. Welcome, please, a cavalcade of stars.
Well, sucking thumbs ain't a pretty business. I've been doing it since I was 4 years old.
Because the people say that sucking your thumb, oh, sucking your thumb is really dumb, I've been told. No, yes.
I don't know why I suck my thumb. Just when I taste it, people say, hey, that looks dumb.
Because the way I suck my thumb, I suck it as a jet. People make fun when I suck on my 50 digits.
So when you're sucking your thumb, make sure the tax man doesn't come.
Everybody put your thumb in the air. Just swing your thumb like you just don't care. Can be your friend.
It can be your chum.
Take
Your
that.
chum. It can be your thumb chum. Thank you, Sammy Davis Jr.
That was great. Hey, listen, don't go away. When we come back, we're going to find out who the winner is for your game with me. Stay tuned for more Who's Line Is Anyway. Hey, welcome back to Who's Line Is Anyway. Winners tonight are Colin Mockery and Ryan Stiles. How about it for Colin and Ryan? They're the big winners tonight. We're going to be doing a game together called Stand, Sit, and Bend. What happens in this game, one of us must always be standing, one must always be sitting, one must always be bending. And whenever somebody else changes, the other person has to take their place. And, Wayne, what's our scene?
Drew and his wife Colin are farmers who have called around a vet, Ryan, because they're worried about their prize cow.
Ryan, the wife and I are really worried about the cow.
We're really worried about the cow. Well, he seems pretty solid.
Well, is sitting on him going to help?
Couldn't hurt.
Well, let me try it. Wow, that
How's it
feels great. Will it help you give milk?
Look, I don't know anything about milk and cows. I just started being...
Are you some kind of fraud?
Yes, I am.
What's the big idea coming down to my farm?
Hey, you're the one who called me.
Don't you talk to me like that, buddy.
Well, while you men argue about the cow, I'm going to pick some carrots.
This is no time to be picking carrots, Missy. We got a farm to run.
Let me help. Look, I don't feel I can charge any money for this. I didn't really work on your cow. Please don't bow to me.
All right. Hey, the cow is comfortable.
Wow.
But not that comfortable.
Look, I think your cow is suffering from a very dangerous disease. What? And I can't say right now, but it's very fatal. It's very fatal. I don't think he has more than a month left to live.
Well,
That's what I said.
She would do? She would call an undertaker, a cow undertaker?
I would bury him right over here in the ground.
Where's
Or
that, right over
here?
here?
Might be a good spot. Yes, right here.
I don't know.
She's getting both. She's getting both.
Oh, my God.
I don't know much about it, but I'll try.
I'll sit. No, I won't. That's the wrong end.
Get up and help me.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Who's Line Is Anyway. Good night.